So it's been about 30 hours that I've let this cure, like after I wrapped it and let it cure, and now I'm gonna take it apart. So I'm kind of excited and I wanna get to it. So I'm gonna start taking this apart here. Let's see, eh? Ah, you bastard. Okay. So I'll explain this here before I go any further because I totally forgot about it. What I did is I'd wrapped it with the packing tape and I put the paper towel here to sop up any of the excess resin, and it just didn't seem tight enough. So what I did is I used some of this electrical tape and I really wrapped it tightly, and it pushed out a whole bunch of the extra resin because I poked holes in it with a safety pin. So hopefully it doesn't look too weird. But, you know, I just want to get this done here. I want to check and see my work. That's just coming right off. So it's a bit of a pain there trying to peel this off, but it's coming. It's coming. There we go.
Do you hear that? My sanity about to break while everyone I know's out. On a trip, on a boat, on a lake. I'm tired of feeling all FOMO, babe. I don't even care if we stay home, put our to-do list.
I was just talking to the frame builder while he sent me a message, and he was saying that, you know, the patches have to be small and then laid up, right? Otherwise, it creates a different point where it could fracture. And I kind of did that, but it was such a small area that it's really hard to say, right? Like, I think that, you know, just rebuilding the carbon all the way around it like I did here, and then cleaning it up is going to be good enough. But again, like the crack is right here, right? Like right in the middle. And if I build it out more this way, I'm just going to cause structure problems, I guess, up here. Like maybe it'll crack up here closer to the bottom bracket, which Cervelo frames are prone to do anyways, from what I understand. So there we go. I think I did a pretty good job. I'm not going to show you how I sand it and stuff like that because that could take a little while. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy. Okay, so there you have it. I repaired the chainstay, the broken chainstay. Well, really it was a cracked chainstay on my new Cervelo R2, and I'm actually quite happy with it. I sanded it down. I made like a nice groove. I tried to keep it at the 1% kind of grade. I took out all the cracked material and I did my layup. I did like 4 layers and then one bigger layup over top. And then I did another patch over top of that just to kind of even it out. And man, she's hard. Now, where I made a mistake was when it comes to sealing it up to let it cure, what I did is I put really, I put 2 different types of tape. I put painter's tape, and then I second guessed myself, and I put electrical tape over top of the plastic that was on either side. And what ended up happening is the resin kind of leaked over onto the tape, and now the tape has become part of the patch here. So I'm gonna have to do a little work to get that stuff off, but you know, maybe I won't do that, right? Maybe I'll just leave it like that. So, like, I don't care about aesthetics. I don't care about the way it looks. Like, I just want it to be functional, and you know, I want to have my toy, right? And if it's broken, it's broken. In fact, like, I have an old jacket that I put a patch on because I got a little tear in the nylon. It actually gives it the character that I'm looking for, because I could just buy something brand new. I can just buy this brand new. I would have bought it brand new back when it was brand new, but you know, that's just not me. That's just not the way I am. I like having my stuff. I like it beat up. You know, that's just me. I completed my repair here on the chainstay of my Cervelo R2. It looks okay, but I think I sanded it down just a little too much on the top. You can kind of see the, like, it's gone through the clear coat. So it's gone through the resin, and I bought some of this stuff here, like clear coat, to protect it. You know, sometimes aesthetics are important. So what I'm gonna do is create a like a skin over top of it, just so it looks good, and you know, it'll just protect it a little bit more. Okay, here, let me show you what I mean. You can see I kind of sanded off the top layer of the resin, and I'm back down to the carbon without resin. So, you know, I just want to protect that, right? Here, I'll just go all the way around. The bottom is okay. The inside is okay. And now I've done like a 400 grit sand. You know, I could lay carbon right over that, right? Like a skin coat. So that's what I want to do. Okay, so now that I have you guys here, I'm going to show you one of the problems I've been having with this carbon fiber fabric. Now, to cut it, what ends up happening is the edges get frayed, okay? And like this is common knowledge for guys that do this stuff for a living and all that, but I don't do that. So I'm just kind of, I'm just throwing myself into it and learning as I go, right? How do I keep the carbon fiber fabric from fraying after I cut it? And we saw that when I did the initial layups there on the repair, and it didn't really matter then because I was going to sand it all smooth, but it's going to matter when I do a skinning coat. I guess a skinning layer, coat layer, whatever. And I'll show you what I mean, right? So you tape it, okay? And they say that you just pull the tape off, but what the hell, man? Like I'm using I'm using painter's tape, like they say to do, and what it does is it just rips the fibers off, right? So now how am I supposed to lay that and then pull the tape off, right, without this happening? So it's a bit of a conundrum for me. That's what they say on the videos, right? And like a lot of YouTube videos are like that. They're almost like not realistic, okay? This happens, right? And nobody addresses this. So what am I supposed to do? Depending on, who you watch or whatever, they'll tell you to use a spray adhesive. Now, I don't have spray adhesive because I don't collect these things, okay? Like, I'll collect bikes, but, bikes and parts, but I don't collect the tools and the implements needed to create carbon fiber parts and skins. So what I did is I looked it all up, and I kind of came up with 3M77, and I had to order that. Now, still, like, it still keeps me under budget of like from $2,500. I'm at what, maybe like $325 now on this bike, and like it gives me something to do, but I'm way way under budget. Like even to buy like a carbon bike now, it's going to be like what, like $5,000 to $7,000, and although I could buy one, I don't see the point in doing that. So again, back to this. I digress a little. So back to this. I don't know, right? So I used a painter's tape. It's not working. So I'm going to use this masking tape, and I put it on, and then I pull it off, and look what happens, right? So this happens. So again, like that's why I ordered that spray adhesive, and we're going to see how that works. But I don't have it yet. I have to wait till tomorrow, and then I'll continue the video from there. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, and if you want to watch my other DIY stuff, because I rambled on there, I'll put it up here, and you can just pick and choose as you need.